perfect soundtrack for this shot. Last shot, Century Plaza Hotel and Spa, still outside. In the back parking lot, Gary from Phoenix Perennials joining us right now. Great to have you here as always.
Thank you.
Temperatures are heating up. Water restrictions as of May 1st have come into effect, Metro Vancouver. What's the deal this time around of what we need to be aware of?
Well, so there's water restrictions that just come into effect, as you said, and so gardeners and homeowners just need to be aware of what those restrictions are, and those are all online. So there's restrictions related to lawn watering, watering your veggie gardens, and also watering your flower gardens.
Okay, and I know you said describing the lawn is quite it's simple. Break that down for us for those that want to keep that lush green over the next few months.
So basically there's stages 1 through 4, depending on how low our reservoirs are. So right now you can water 2 days per week your lawns, depending on the number of your house, odd or even. And then if we go to stage 2, you can only water 1 day per week. But the important thing to remember about lawns is that they only need about 1 inch of water, either from rain or from watering each week. And you don't have to be that scared, because if your lawn goes brown in the summer, it's actually not dying. It's just going dormant. So it's going to go to sleep, take a little nap for the summer, and then once it starts raining again, it'll turn green and grow again.
Okay, good tips right here. A little show and tell. What do we have? Are these the water guzzlers, as you call them?
Yeah, so in your flower gardens, you can water a fair bit, especially even up to stage 3. You can water by hose or by hand, but you can make decisions in your garden that are a little bit more water-wise. So over here we have plants that are kind of the water guzzlers, and they're beautiful, and so if you've got spots in your garden that are always moist, you can grow those there. But you know, we've got ligularia and rhododendrons and fuchsias and primroses and things like that, and they like a lot of water. And you can tell that because they have really big leaves, they have really lush leaves, and they're pumping out really big, huge flowers. So in a garden center, when you see that kind of foliage and that kind of flowers, you can pretty much guess that these guys are going to need a lot of water.
The water-wise plants, and this is this group right here, what are the 3 signs to look at that these are going to save a bit on the water?
So even if you don't know plants very well, there are 3 things you can look for when you're out shopping for plants that will tell you that they're water-wise or drought-tolerant. So leaves that are silver or fuzzy are going to be drought-tolerant plants. Leaves that are succulent are going to be drought-tolerant, obviously, that makes sense. And also leaves that are kind of small and narrow and pointy, usually those plants are drought-tolerant as well.
You got a favorite out of this group that really makes a statement in the garden?
Well, you know, I love succulents. Succulents are really cool, so all of these are hardy succulents. And you can see, even though we don't have tons of flowers and really lush foliage, we have really gorgeous foliage and a great contrast of colors. But I also like this one over here. This one is a rosemary, a ground-covering, trailing golden rosemary. So it's beautiful, but you can also cook with it as well in the garden.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, in the kitchen.
We have a few seconds left, but you mentioned veggie gardens off the top too. What do we have to keep in mind there?
So the good thing about veggie gardens is Metro Vancouver recognizes that you don't want to sacrifice your crops for the water restrictions. So those have the least amount of restrictions. All the way through stages 1 through 3, you can water as per normal, either with sprinklers or with your hose. And it's only when we get to really severe cases of stage 4 that we restrict watering in veggie gardens. So you can plant your veggie gardens and water and get your amazing crops of tomatoes and lettuce and beans and all that good stuff.
Great info to keep in mind. PhoenixPerennials.com is where you get more information from our expert, Gary. Thanks as always.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Like the floral shirt too.
I like your floral shirt.
Yeah, I'm trying to just match up, right? See what's going on here? No bromance. Right here, BT. Listen, we'll take a break. Russ and Kate, a final look at your forecast with all this gorgeous sunshine.